Welcome back to the Okay, Not Okay podcast, and after a much needed week off, we're back with What Were You Thinking? I mean, come on guys, it is not easy to take a Michinoku driver off of a ladder onto another ladder, so we really needed that week off. But anyways, we've got a trifecta of What Were You Thinking moves this week. So as always, we've got our trusty pillow here, and first the pillow will be Bianca Belair as we ask Chelsea Green, what were you thinking? So let's set the scene as always. Chelsea and Bianca's match has just started, as this match only lasted just over a minute, but Chelsea coming off the ropes is a big kick at Bianca, but Bianca immediately gets Chelsea up for a KOD. Fortunately, however, Chelsea is still fresh enough that she has her wits and starts elbowing Bianca in the head. That gets Chelsea to be able to squirm off of Bianca's back, grab her by the waist, and go through for a pin attempt. But at the 2 count, Bianca pops up and Chelsea gets sent to the floor with her feet in the air that Bianca grabs, and Chelsea then is just waving about with her arms, and the ref goes 1, 2, 3, and Chelsea loses with her shoulders on the mat. However, Chelsea, your hair was so long that it was under the bottom ropes. You could have easily, instead of flailing into Bianca's back, could have easily grabbed either of the bottom ropes to make the ref stop the count and keep the match going. So Chelsea, because you had no ring awareness to grab those ropes, what were you thinking? Secondly, let's flip over to Monday Night Raw, where we have to ask Bron Breakker, what were you thinking when you took a Constantine special for no good reason against Ilya Dragunov? So Breakker just bounced off the rope and took a big boot from Dragunov that stunned him right back up against the rope. So then Breakker went for a clothesline, and his momentum carried him all the way up against the far rope. Well, Dragunov, he ducked under that move, and then he started the Constantine special by doing his leg sling, and when he dropped, Breakker was already looking right at Dragunov. So then Dragunov started his Constantine special by swinging around and delivering it when Breakker all of a sudden decided that it would be a good idea just to run right into the Constantine special when he just did this. For no good reason, taking that big Constantine special very hard. That cost him so much that he was unable to recover for 2 whole minutes, and if Dragunov wasn't merely able just to fall on top of him, maybe Breakker would have gotten pinned. Fortunately enough for him, he was able to break up the near fall and then go on to win the match. But for taking that Constantine special for no reason when you saw it with your own 2 eyes that it was coming at you, Bron Breakker, what were you thinking? And lastly, we asked Xavier Woods, what were you thinking when you took the final prayer from Karrion Kross? Well, Woods had just landed a drop kick on Kross, and he was on the ground and saw Tozawa jump on the members of AOP when he then did a kip up. And after he did the kip up, he yelled at Kross and went right at him, punching him 12 straight times in the corner, so much so that the ref tried to break it up, and Woods just pushed the referee, to which we gave him an STF, getting suspended. But that's not the what were you thinking. Anyways, so Woods goes right back and starts punching Cross 6 more times. When he can sense in the back of his head that here comes Razar, he turns around, gives him a kick right as Razar's going to go through the ropes. So Woods then turns around, kind of takes 2 steps right towards Cross and just kind of jumps up into Cross's arms. And when he does that, we're going to switch to Cross now. Woods is going to be the pillow. He just lands in Cross's arms, and then Cross is able to spin around, get into position for the final prayer, and without Woods even trying to do anything about it, Cross is just all of a sudden able to twist and land the final prayer, get the pin, and win in the 6-man tag match. So for that, Xavier Woods, what were you thinking? So there you have it. I am sweating all over after just 3 moves, but what are you gonna do? I'm no Drew McIntyre, but that wasn't a terrible kip up, right? Well, anyways, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see if I can recover enough to do this again next week, but we may need to take another week off. Anyways, I'm Dr. O'Kay, and this has been the OK Not OK podcast.